Welcome to Onondaga Fieldhouse in Nedrow, New York, where we are into our fourth game of the day, maybe our fifth game of the day for the Lacrosse All-Stars North American Invitational. I'm Chuck Jaffe, calling the action now between the Akwesasne Aces and the Philippines. Philippines playing their first game of the day. Akwesasne played earlier today, losing in a game in which they fell behind, tied things up, and then kind of fell apart at the end. So for them, it's going to be important to get their emotions back. Kobe Cree misses that shot. Now we get to John Tornabene. Started things off for and still has the ball for the Philippines. CJ Schuster playing a little two-man game with James Shutt. Shutt stopped by Troy Benedict. Benedict came in late. It had been 3-3, and it had been all John Jacobs for Akwesasne. Then Benedict came in when it became a 6-3 lead. Even though Jacobs had played really well, Akwesasne, after tying things up, spent most of the rest of the game in the penalty box. Off the post, Trayton Mitchell unable to convert that. Philippines pick it up, dish it back, try to set up their offense. Greg Rucco with the ball, slides that forward. Gabriel shot, Bradley Gabriel shot wide. The next shot wide as well. That was Brian Birmingham, unable to hit the frame. And so the Aces go back on the attack. Evan Printup. Cree with the ball now. Gives it over to Trevin David. I want to say David. Cannot read the handwriting. Ball comes away. Nice save there. Jeff Geddes gets the ball forward. Loose ball kicking around, but it's on Philippines shot clock time. Oh, they now reset the ball. Fed in front, nice save there by Benedict. They wind up saying that James Shutt had been in the crease. So Lazor kicks that ball over. Mitchell with it again, this time shoots it early. And they wind up saying that he's in the crease. He went into the crease, which would have been fine, but he wound up being in contact with the goalie as the play was continuing. And as a result, while it didn't wind up in a nice hustle there by Lazor to create the strip, that should be an over and back, and it is. Skylar David unable to convert that. Loose ball bouncing around. Lazor goes behind the head, can't do it. Skylar David can't handle the pass. And winds up falling out the goalie's stick. Jim Magne. So the loose ball goes over to the Philippines. Greg Rucco headmans it. Printup knocks it away. Picked up by Tornabene. Loose ball comes to Benedict. And while he was reaching for it, they said a Philippines player was in the crease. Cree with it, feeds that over in front, unable to be handled there. Ball comes back to the Philippines. AJ Beek gets that ahead. This is not the Philippines team that was playing in Netanya at the World Field Lacrosse Championships, the FIL World Championships in Israel in July. That Philippines team making its first debut on the international stage played particularly well, but it was also loaded with some NCAA recognizable names. This team less skilled than that one. It's not to say they are any less game. That is just to say the box game a different game, and they don't have some of the big names that they had on the team in Israel. Akwesasne, a team basically of the young guns in the Akwesasne area. We have a couple of those teams in this tournament. That feed knocked down in front, but a nice pickup. A little stick from Dante David. Grabs the loose ball midair. So it was a pass that was knocked away. Ryan Lewis with the nice stick knocked the ball away, but the ball kicks up in the air. Rather than hitting its target, it hits Dante David, right place, right time, and he makes it 1-0 in favor of the Akwesasne Aces. Face-off win. That was big contact there, and then over and back as the pressure gets to James Ramirez. Oh, and they say it stands. So a quick goal for Akwesasne on the transition. And it's Kendrick Angus able to score that one and keep his feet out of the crease long enough to get the ball past LASNAI to make it 2-0. So 2 quick goals just under the 10-minute mark. Now we're 8.5 remaining in the first half. 2-0 in favor of Akwesasne. Loose ball scooped up and shoveled ahead, but missed, so Akwesasne comes away with it. That was an unnecessary turnover, sort of an unforced error, to use tennis vernacular. That was too. The ball comes away to Tornabene. Fed in front and missed there. Picked up again by Brian Birmingham. Birmingham draws a foul. Benedict, however, makes the save. So on the what appears to be a holding call. So Daniel Lazor comes to the box. 1 minute for holding. It's, of course, a 1-minute penalty here because we are playing shortened halves with running time. So it's running time, but the clock doesn't start on the penalty until the whistle blows. Shot wide there. Brian Gabriel picked up coming the other way. Ooh, and around the world, Keldrin King runs the floor and finishes with an around the world shot to make it 3-0 Akwesasne. A man down, length of the floor, shorthanded, around the world goal. It's a lot of adjectives for what King just did right there. Killed off a bunch of penalty time as we're now to 15 seconds remaining. And a loose ball picked up by Cree. So Akwesasne holds things down and Lazor can get back in the plane. But he heads instead to the bench. Ball dished back. Trayton Mitchell. Mitchell, that big frame, backs in a little. Now steps out, resets. Magne makes that save on Braden Barilko. Barilko playing forward in this game, and that's part of what you'll see sometimes in this tournament. Guys swapping off. There's a good pressure by King. King tries to go behind the head for that one. So he went around the world for the goal, going right to left. Then tried to go behind his head, coming left to right. That didn't work out so well, and it's Philippines ball. Fed in front. We're going to have a penalty down low. So the penalty is going to be on Terrell Mitchell. for holding the stick down low. That will give the Philippines another man advantage. But thus far, they not only have not scored when they had the advantage, they gave up the shorthanded goal to King as well on the last one. So Gabriel with the ball up high. Gabriel at the point. Not a lot of action on this. Behind the head, gets that down wide. Brad Thomas, a shot easily swallowed. They try the headman pass to King again. He can't handle it. Would have been interesting to see what he would have done because we've already seen him go around the world and behind his head. Now he's got to split a double team, which he does. Runs into traffic. Ball scooped up by Brian Birmingham. Birmingham gets that forward. John Hussey with the ball on the wrong side of the floor. Comes over to the right. Actually now heads to the bench. He will get there with 13 seconds left on the shot clock. The penalty has now been released. So they're releasing out the front door. Quick change. They've got a man wide open and they go after it. The long pass from Benedict doesn't initially connect, but then they come up with it. Nice save by Magne going post to post to deny at the far end. Lucky for Akwesasne to have first avoided Nicholas Tremblay getting an interference penalty, but then the ball comes back and Traven David nets his first goal of the day and makes it 4-0 in favor of the Aces with 3 minutes roughly by the time we take this next faceoff. 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Cree fighting for it, but can't come up with it. It winds up going. Schuster, who came up with it, ran it down and took the shot, but couldn't get it by Benedict. So now here's Barilko. Barilko playing front door this game. He played back door last game. He impressed me in that game, which, by the way, was against the Toronto Tigers. Impressed me with that game with both his hustle and his aggressiveness. But now we'll see him playing out the front door. That happens in some of these tournaments where you'll get teams that, you know, they need to make sure they have enough bodies, and sometimes you got guys playing out of position, or you got guys saying, I'll play at the front door in this game, you'll play at the front door in the next game. Barilko comes away with that as Magne turns it over. Nice move to keep the ball alive by Tornabene. Ball kicked out. Geddes got it down low. Crease violation as James Shutt was driving the net. 1.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Evan Printup bringing the ball forward. Printup got it down low. Nice low to high take from Tyrell Mitchell, but Magne equal to the test, and we're going to have a penalty coming up against Akwesasne. So they're getting the extra attacker on. They feed that back and shoot it wide. CJ Schuster bounced that shot and missed everything. But I thought I heard them say it was on Kendrick Angus, number 9, but it's Nicholas Tremblay who is serving, so I guess it must be 3 white instead of 9 white. A little tough to hear in the Onondaga Fieldhouse. Lovely building. If you've never been and you're in the area, come watch the lacrosse this weekend. Great feed in front, but a better save by Benedict, who then comes up with another one sliding post to post. So Benedict comes up with A little bit of robbery against both James Shutt and Greg Rucco. Keep the shutout. Now it's Printup driving against 1-on-3 and gets driven to the floor. And we have a little action after. A little action after Printup's face mask is off his helmet. So we'll see how they sort it out, but I have a feeling going to be a couple of guys into the bench. They're escorting them over, but the halftime has actually started, so the guys don't have to go. So Ryan Lewis is heading to the bench, to the box. So is James Ramirez. And Evan Printup will be in the box, and I think trying to repair his helmet while he's there. They need to do something with that lid, or Printup will be out for more than the time of his penalty. So we'll come back with the second half in just a moment. You're watching the LaxAllStars North American Invitational. We're back with second half action. Our score here at Onondaga Fieldhouse. It is Akwesasne Aces 4, the Philippines 0. We start the second half with 2 players in the box for each team. However, there will be a man advantage because Nicholas Tremblay in the box, but only for about 30 more seconds. So 34 seconds remaining in the penalty to Tremblay. Then we've got, for the Philippines, Ryan Lewis has a 3-minute major. Again, 3 minutes is a major here where we're playing 1-minute penalties. And then you have, as well, James Ramirez from the Philippines in the box. He's serving the same amount of time as Evan Printup. Printup, by the way, has a new helmet, so his helmet problem has been solved, at least for now. They gave him a different lid. So in 34 seconds, or after this first possession, basically, it will be Akwesasne with the man advantage. We'll see how long Printup and Ramirez are out for, but they have matched penalties. So it's not, there's no man advantage or disadvantage. Loose ball scooped up by A.J. Beek. Beek working hard. Can't get it by. Well, he got it by, but couldn't get it on frame and by Benedict. Fed ahead. Barilko, nice little move there, but then loses the ball. Good pickup. So it's a man advantage for Akwesasne, but they don't have the ball right now. However, it will be a long man advantage. There's going to be 3 minutes total was the penalty time, so over 2 minutes of man advantage. So for the Philippines, trying to come back from a 4-goal deficit. Lose the ball there is Beek, is not Beek, it was Shut, but he didn't get the shot off in time when he got the ball back. Now it's fed ahead. A nice play by C.J. Schuster to come away with that loose ball. Mishandled by Akwesasne, and they're kind of flitting away their man-up time. And we'll know in 26 seconds when there's a minute remaining in the penalty that's on the board to Ryan Lewis, how much time was given to Printup and Ramirez. That shot from the outside just to beat the clock, but Benedict came away with it, goes towards the bench with it, fed in front now. And athletic play by Keldrin King. Ball comes back to. And so, yes, it appears that both Ramirez and Printup also got 3-minute, everybody got 3-minute penalties there. Magnier able to stop that shot. Okay, well, Ramirez just released from the penalty box. I'm not sure he's supposed to because Printup is still in the penalty box. Not that anybody else besides me has noticed, and that should end. So we had offsetting penalties again. So offsetting penalties don't actually show up on the scoreboard because you're not worried about time. So the Philippines has killed off the disadvantage. Printup could go, but doesn't realize it. Ball lost in front, now picked up again. Fed across, back to Lazor. Lazor takes a hit. Nice save. Nice save there. And Memphis Mitchell trying to slide that one by. Couldn't get it done. So the Philippines having killed off the man disadvantage, and now they score. It's Brian Birmingham, who we've seen playing mostly on the left-hand side tonight, coming down the right side, breaking in and sliding it by Benedict. And that makes it 4-1. Signs of life from the Filipino team. So we're back to the action on the faceoff. Lazor comes away with a nice draw, kicks that in, 2-on-1 as a result. Back to Cree. Cree can't convert. Comes away to Tornabene, now headmanned. And there's another one. Quickly, Ryan Lewis finishes a fast break the other way, and the Philippines is right back in it at 4-2 with 10 minutes remaining. So Ryan Lewis, not the person you'd expect to score. He's a defender. He's been coming out the back door all day. But in the position to run the break and cashes it in. Matt Cusio will start things off as the Philippines get the ball back on the violation. Can't handle the cross-creed pass was Jeff Geddes. Gives it back to Akwesasne. They do the long pass, can't convert there. Now waiting for everybody to get together. Nicholas Tremblay with the ball. Tremblay again. Fed in front. Monye with the stop on Kendrick Angus. So the Philippines with the last 2 goals. So we've had 6 goals scored in this game. As Benedict makes a nice save. All of them have been scored to the right end of the field. Akwesasne hoping to change that with 8 minutes and 30 seconds roughly. Little back pass that's sloppy. That's just going to kill time. And it went over. The ball crossed. That's just completely lazy, unnecessary pass by Akwesasne. Fed across, unable to handle it. Rowan Diano fed it across eventually. That shot stopped from Brad Thomas. Benedict up to the challenge. Now Lewis again. So I may have misspoken, although I thought Lewis running out the back door. He was at the front door there, and now the ball turned over. Benedict stops it again. Picked up by Memphis Mitchell. Now Dante David with the ball. The little shovel pass. The ball's loose now as it rolls into the corner. Dante David picks it up, 6 on the shot clock. Feeds that in front. Dangle there by King, and he scores. Keldron King has shown us the full variety of moves today with the little dangle and the under move, then gets his hands up and scores just before the shot clock expires, extending the lead back to 3. King scored earlier in the game with the around the world shot, also went behind his head. So he's shown us that he's got the full trick bag and he's not afraid to use it. Nice goal there. 7 minutes remaining in regulation. Ball won ahead by Ramirez. So the Philippine team resets. Benedict stops that shot from Geddes, and that one as well from Schutt. You're not going to score if you're hitting the goalie right in the chest on the crest. They try the long pass for Lazor, can't hit it. So we're going to wind up with the ball going back to the Philippines. So here comes Birmingham. Kicks that ball over. Schutt with it. Stopped by Benedict, and we have a timeout called by Akwesasne. So 5 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the second half. Your score here from Onondaga Fieldhouse. It is Akwesasne Aces 5, the Philippines 2. You're watching the LASNAI Lacrosse All-Stars North American Invitational. We'll be right back with more. We're back to live action here at Onondaga Fieldhouse. Akwesasne Aces, having called that timeout, have the ball on offense. Run a little pick play, and they pay it off as well with the high shot. So they set up the play, and then they pay it off with Trayton Mitchell. That blast from up high. Well-designed play with pick and roll in it. So on the faceoffs, we've had the Philippines playing basically a standard 2-2 with Akwesasne playing 3 back. Lazor comes away with that loose ball. Nice defense there by the Philippines to force it. Under 5 minutes remaining. Oh, and a lovely dive shovel shot that gets by Magne from behind. You can see the Akwesasne bench voicing its approval. And that, again, is king, what we said before. The full trick bag and not afraid to open it up. And we've seen him with the dangle move. We've seen him around the world. He's gone behind the head but didn't get that one in. And now he trots out the little reverse backhand layout, the dive shot. So now fed in front. Nice save there by Benedict, robbing Tornabene. And Tornabene there tries to go behind his head, but his head kind of got in the way. Running away from pressure, Skylar David fed in front, but Magne comes away with it and manages to close the legs in time to stop Barilko. Fed ahead, AJ Beek dishes that off. Just too far down. They needed to come towards the front of the net, which did not happen there with Rowan Diano. Fed in front, and there's a score. CJ Schuster cashes in the pass from John Hussey. It's 7-3 with 2:45 remaining. So Philippines comes back with the ball. Ramirez wins the draw, gives it back to Birmingham. Birmingham has a goal already in this game. And a behind-the-back flip that somehow eludes Benedict. Brad Thomas with the goal makes it 7-4 with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. And the Philippines has shown that it can score goals consecutively, because each time it scored another one quickly. Now it's got 2:13 left. That ball. So, interesting little play there. Hussey flipped the ball back. It hit off the helmet of an Akwesasne player. So the Philippines back on the attack. Pass to a player who was not looking. And saved there by Benedict on shut. So about the one thing Akwesasne can do to make it that this game gets more interesting and close would be to get into the box, and that's exactly what they just did. So you get a cross-check call on Tyrell Mitchell. Apologize for any names who have mispronounced, but we're not exactly getting pronunciation guides. We're lucky when we have rosters. Try to fake pass with a fake shot, or a fake shot after a pass. Didn't help him. Now that ball gets to King. King's got a hat trick already and a big boatload of moves. Let's see what he does here. He pulls things out because possession is more valuable than anything else, but then he comes back and he lays out and scores. Keldrin King with his 4th of the game. So by himself, he has matched the total of the Philippines. And it seems like he's trying to make it that each goal tops the other one. I'm not sure that this was better than the layout dive from behind the cage or even the around the world on the full field breakaway, because the full field breakaway was impressive. But again, King absolutely, he's not showboating, folks. He's making it a part of his game. So the Philippines gets the ball back, trailing by 4 with a minute remaining. Fed in front. Now kicked back out when Shutt couldn't do anything with it. Ball picked up by Skylar David, loses it but bats it forward. Now comes and gets it to himself. It's a 3-on-1. Fed over and finished. Kobe Cree with the nice dive shot set up by the feed from Skylar David, and it's 9-4. And technically, those last 2 goals have been shorthanded, as you still have Terrell Mitchell in the box. 38 seconds remaining. So Benedict comes up with that save. Lazor cannot finish that shot. Under 10 seconds left, and what would be a game without penalties at the end. Lazor gets sent this time. So with the last 10 seconds here, let's see if the Philippines cranks up a shot. They do. It goes wide, and that should do it. So we've come to the end of the action here in this game at Onondaga Fieldhouse. Our final score, the Akwesasne Aces 9, the Philippines 4. But there's plenty more action to watch, both here from the Fieldhouse and from Onondaga Arena. Check out all the action today. Watch us well into the evening tonight. We finish with the Pros and Joes game over at Onondaga Arena. But your final here, Akwesasne Aces 9, Philippines 4. I'm Chuck Jaffe. Thanks for watching. There's much more LASNAI action to come.